Hello dear friends, this is a futurology essay based on various sources. You can take it as science fiction, but I believe in it. Opinion piece: global turmoil, world events, breaking point, state of turmoil, state of upheaval. Will relief come? The frog is boiling. Age of restoration. Tension is palpable. Financial reckoning. Mr. Poole's telegram. Something is brewing. Feeling of restlessness. Mars-Pluto opposition. Final phase of liberation. Censorship will disappear. Change is no longer gradual. Alarmist message from JFK Jr. Let's start. Something is brewing, a very important boiling of world events aimed at the liberation of humankind, but hidden from public view, according to various sources, appears to be occurring rapidly and energetically. Although the veracity of these stories cannot be confirmed, there is a commonality that confirms their likelihood. Change has ceased to be gradual and has become an obvious crisis. The world is going through a phase where events are accelerating, worsening and intervening, forcing humankind to face challenges. We are in a period in which global events are reaching a critical point of intensity and frequency, generating rapid and extreme changes in various spheres. We are at a historical moment in which many important, intense and often chaotic events are occurring on the international stage, causing a sense of global upheaval or instability. The world is going through a period of intense, rapid and high-impact events, where stability and the usual order seems to be boiling over in the midst of transformation. The frog is boiling is a metaphor used to illustrate how people may not notice gradual changes in their environment until it is too late to react. This occurs in society when the loss of rights or freedoms occurs gradually, and the population does not react in time. They only realize the severity of the problem when the damage is almost irreversible. Tension. According to Molly McCord, the third Mars-Pluto opposition occurs on April 26th, when both planets clash for the last time, also interacting with the Sun in Taurus and the Black Moon Lilith in Scorpio. Mars returns to Leo and Pluto to Aquarius, forcing us to face our fears, our true selves, our shadows, and our undeveloped areas of power. Since the first opposition in early November 2024, we have experienced tension, polarization and separation energies within ourselves and within the collective. The four planets are in fixed signs, creating closed positions where each seeks to impose their will and desires on the others. The tension is palpable. However, relief comes through Neptune, now in Aries, trine Mars and sextile Pluto, with the message that a new approach is required. The old ways are coming to an end with the old paradigm. Now we need to evaluate how our personal expressions connect with the old, and we need to evolve spiritually. According to Sierra, in moments like this, we truly believe we don't have a second to dedicate to this mission and this time. But somehow, we manage to overcome that terrible obstacle and move forward. As we struggle forward, we look ahead and can see not one, but 100 Mount Everests in front of us. Yet we keep moving forward. Hour after hour, day after day, week after week, month after month, you get the picture. The point is, we have come so far that there is no point in giving up now. We are finally in sight of the goal. In fact, We could be sitting on it. Any day now, a quantum leap could come. Imminent. Alarmist message from JFK Jr. on Telegram. Unconfirmed news. In quotes, Israel has attacked the nuclear facilities of Iran, Iraq and Syria. Iran has announced it will launch a counterattack against Israel nuclear facilities. Radiation would leak around the world. Has the Third World Party been unleashed? Imminent global EBS, global military law and lockdown, global stock market deployment, global blackout. Trump will remain in power and JFK Jr. will return as vice president. JFK Sr. is still alive and survived the White Hat Victim Witness program. We are in the bind hunt. Trust the plan. Be us. Where we go one, we go all. God wins. They ended my life, but they couldn't stop the mission. The fight continues. Close quotes. Final phase. According to a telegram from Mr. Poole, we are in the final phase of global liberation. Be prepared. Be silent. Watch as history unfolds. The storm is no longer gathering. The storm is now, and nothing can stop what is about to happen. A global coalition is on the way to liberate humankind. An activation of the emergency broadcast system is expected. There is only one way. God wins. Cheyenne Mountain is the command center. From the depths of that secure fortress, the Phoenix Sword directs global operations under the orders of the President. All courts, agencies, and corrupt politicians have been ignored. Nothing is left to chance. White hats have assumed the control of Zurich, Basel, and the Bank for International Settlements. Hidden vaults filled with Nazi gold, ritual chambers, torture tunnels, and weaponized monetary systems have been discovered. Now, the gold is in the hands of the coalition, worth over $300 trillion, destined for redistribution under Gisela protocols. Meanwhile, the Vatican is under coalition control. On April 11th, elite units seized genetic experiment labs, stolen healing technology, ancient documents on extraterrestrial contact, and vast corridors of pornography. And then there is Antarctica. The last hideout of the dark side, Queen Maud Land, is now surrounded. The Space Force and other special units from Brazil and India converge on bases used for advanced technology, cloning, portal travel, and extraterrestrial operations. These dark bloodlines believed they could survive humanity's awakening. They were wrong. Still wondering why the media is silent, executives from CNN, BBC, Fox, and Reuters have fled. The emergency broadcast system is armed and waiting to be activated. Data leaks are in the works. Footage of elite rituals, audio of depopulation meetings, global bunker coordinates, and irrefutable evidence of what was orchestrated. The world will see it all. Even Starlink has transformed into a global surveillance and attack network. It records every illegal transaction, every location, every private signal, and there is nowhere left to hide. The quantum financial system is being activated. Rainbow coins and gold-backed tokens are replacing fiat scams. Debt slavery is being eliminated and blocked technology is being unleashed. And the redistribution of Gisela wealth will only be the beginning. This isn't a speculation, it is an application. The coalition has dismantled 80% of the dark side's infrastructure, and the remaining 20% is now in full retreat. Trump wasn't bragging when he said, "We got them all." Summary. According to Judy Pinkton, starting on April 14th, the oceans were blocked in a massive operation targeting deep-sea biological weapons shipping operations. 9 ships were silenced in 48 hours. She adds that the global financial reset has been activated and that Treasury-backed rainbow notes are already active in test markets. He adds that a 10-day shutdown will activate the emergency transmission system and that governments will restart under new leadership reduced to 90% following blockchain elections, with a 10 days shutdown activating the EBE's emergency transmission system. In her view, the cancellation of global debt has quietly begun, and coalition operatives have confirmed that Southeast Asian and Balkan nations are in the process of cancelling sovereign debt under active GESRA protocols such as biometric non-disclosure agreements. She reports that redemption centers are active in secure locations in Reno, Zurich, and Shanghai. Quantum access cards are issued to those who pass retinal voice and DNA verification. Gold-backed wallets are untouchable until full global synchronization. According to Bington, the April 10th executive order activated new quantum secure voting system and eliminated the Fed, placing it under the control of the Treasury's quantum financial system. IRS tax offices are being closed with the resignation of 20,000 agents. The coalition task force is naming names. Indictments are being filed. Evidence has been seized. Communications have been intercepted. And legal proceedings are moving forward. Some of these agents are already switching sides to avoid treason charges. Cyber teams took control of the Fed's servers and discovered the quantum cloaking code used to hide trillions of dollars in currency creation. Every crisis was a cover-up, not a stimulus but digital slavery. That ends now. The future is in gold. This is not just a reset, it is a financial reckoning. Blackouts. The transition to new electrical grid will begin with the deployment of universal base power. Tesla technology will replace nuclear technology. Zero-point generators will be distributed to the first 12 countries. Energy, healthcare, and transportation systems enter a new era. New blackouts will not be random but tactical. New quantum secure transmissions will be enabled with the worldwide activation of the EBS. Phones, televisions, and radios will broadcast the message of international tribunals or courts. You will have 5 hours to get home, and the lockdown will be imposed. Declassified technology will change everything. A planetary council will be announced. Governments will be replaced by local peace councils, and new Earth constitutions will be signed at the local level. Communities will elect peace councils to represent them on the planetary council, and governments will be replaced by service cells. Zero-point energy will be deployed. The transition to a quantum internet will begin, and truth-based education will be rolled out. Curricula will be geared toward consciousness building, ethics, quantum sciences, and planetary stewardship. There will be language harmonization initiatives. Ancient language will be integrated into education, and telepathic development modules will be introduced for children under 9 years. Sovereign status will be granted to verified citizens, and biometric access to the new QFS accounts will be granted. All devices will migrate to QNet, a benevolent artificial intelligence that is fully transparent, accountable, and responsible to the needs of the people. The planetary protection grid will be activated with the activation of QNet, which will monitor for existential threats in space and time, and transparency dashboards will be made public. Zero year. As Earth's year zero begins, a new planetary calendar will replace systems rooted in empire and conflict. Time will begin to be counted from the moment of planetary liberation. Interplanetary programs will be declassified, with the first public mention of secret space operation, and the unity agreement with representatives of other planets will be recognized. The Galactic Alliance will formally recognize humankind as a sovereign civilization, and contact protocols will enter public debate. The first Interspecies Council meeting will be broadcast globally. Construction of spaceports will begin at 7 strategic locations. Civilian transport to orbital gateways will be confirmed. Alliances for terrestrial agriculture in the Mars and lunar sectors will be announced. Economy. Fiat structures will be dissolved, and all banking systems will complete the transition to asset-backed currencies. Gold, silver, and digital energy tokens will be adjusted according to the quantum supply index. An agricultural reset will also begin with soil restoration through benevolent geoengineering. Food independence programs will be implemented, and natural seed stores will be opened under open source planetary stewardship mandates. When the transition phase is over, humankind will achieve full sovereignty. There will be no more passports, no more taxes, no more surveillance. Only administration, transparency and service, and censorship will disappear with the rise of the quantum internet, as the truth floods the world. Imagine a world where you can buy a house for the price of a modern household appliance. That is the promise of the 1955 reset. Through the resurrection of sovereign common law, we enter a phase where inflation is reduced, debt is eliminated, and life becomes affordable again. This is not nostalgia, it's politics. History is being reversed. And that's all for today. Thanks a lot, dear friends.